Hey peeps, it's Jedd here from Tutoring, and as always, it's such a pleasure to join you. Today we're going to deal with an exponential fraction type question, and this one's been sent in to us by Myasha, so thanks for that one. Right, so let's get stuck into this one. So the first thing that I notice is that I've got 10, 25, and 4. Now what's important to note about those numbers is that they're not in the form of the product of factors, product of prime factors. So that's the first thing we need to do. We need to transform those into a product of their prime factors. Right, so it's essentially transforming just the number, leaving the exponents on the outside of the bracket. So 10, how can we transform 10 into a product of its prime factors? Well, that's simply 5 times 2, right? So we're going to, in our brackets, 5 times 2, and we're going to leave the exponent 2x plus 3. Right, now we'll do the same thing to 4. Now 4 is 2 squared. So in our brackets, we're going to have 2 squared, and that's going to be 1 minus x. And then we're going to keep our divide line, and in our denominator, we're going to have 25. That again is a perfect square, and the square is a prime factor, so it's going to be 5 squared. So in our brackets, we're going to have 5 squared, and then on the outside, we're going to have 2 plus x. Right, now I want you to notice that we've transformed these into a product of prime factors, and we can see that we've got a 5 that's popped up, and we've got a 2 that's popped up. So once we've done by simplifying these, getting rid of the brackets by moving the exponents in, we're going to then have common bases, and we can then use the rules of exponents. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to be using the power of a product where we're going to multiply those exponents in. So let's start with that 5. So the 5 is currently to the 1. So now it's going to become 2x plus 3. And the 2 is currently to the 1, so that's also going to become 2x plus 3. And then the 2 to the 2, it's like the distributive law. So the 2 is going to multiply the 1. So 2 times 1 is 2. And then 2 times negative x is going to be negative 2x. And that is all over. We do the same thing at the bottom. It's going to be 5. And that is to the 4. 2 times 2 is 4. Plus 2 times x is going to give us 2x. Now what do you notice? Well, all the brackets are gone, and we've got a common base of 5 and a common base of 2. So what I like to do is I'll start by writing my bases. So there's the 1 base, and I'm going to give myself a little bit of space. There's the 2nd base. Now I'm going to use the rules of exponents. So the laws here I'm going to use are this multiplication law, where if it's the same base, I add the exponents, and the quotient or division rule, where if it's the same base, I subtract the exponents. Right, so let's look at 2's first. So we've got a 2 over here and a 2 over there. The 2's are multiplying each other, so that means we're going to add the exponents. So we're going to have 2x plus 3, and that's going to be plus 2 minus 2x. All right, simplified into a single line. Now let's move on to the 5's. So the first 5 we're dealing with here is 2x plus 3. So that's going to be 2x plus 3. Now notice the other 5 is underneath. So it means we're dividing this 5 by this 5. So that means this needs to become negative. And both terms need to become negative. I want you to imagine there's a minus here, and that's in brackets. We're going to distribute the minus in, and that's going to give us minus 4 minus 2x. Now all we need to do is simplify those exponents. So we're going to keep the 2 there, and that's going to be the 2x and the minus 2x cancel out, and we're left with 3 plus 2, which is simply 5. And now let's look at 5. So we've got a 2x, and the 2x's cancel again, and there we've got 5 to the minus 1. Now remember, in your test's instructions, it's going to say don't leave your answer with a negative exponent. So how do we transform that 5 to the minus 1 into a positive exponent? All we do is we drop it below the divide line. So it's going to look something like this, 2 to the 5 over 5. Now you can multiply that 2 to the 5 out. It's not necessary. we'll leave our answer as it is like that. Hopefully this one helped you out. Very special thank you to our sponsors for making this video possible. Be sure to read all about them in the description below. Also, head over to our website for more of these epic tutorial videos. If you can't find the answer to your question, remember you can send it to us and we'll respond with a personalized video just for you. Until the next time.